So, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Will Interviews Trails of Cold Steel. Ja, ich sag mal so, der letzte Part ist ein bisschen abrupt beendet, es tat mir leid. Ne, tut mir immer noch leid. Sorry dafür, ich hatte spontan einen Anruf vom Arzt bekommen und hatte einen Impftermin. Spontan musste in 5 Minuten dann nicht mit unten sein. Gut, machen wir hier dann jetzt einfach weiter, wo wir gerade waren. Nicht wundern, die Spielzeit wird ein bisschen hoch sein. Ich habe nämlich das Spiel nicht beendet. Während ich weg war. Es ist einfach im Hintergrund weitergelaufen. Dass wir direkt hier dann weitermachen konnten.
Not bad.
Deswegen wird die Session jetzt auch nicht so lang gehen, weil ja, ich wollte eigentlich beim letzten Mal schon die Session nicht mehr so lange machen. Ja, man kann das dazwischen, aber jetzt wollte ich halt nicht an der Stelle dann die ganze Session beenden. Das wäre blöd gewesen. So, erstmal kurz orientieren. Hier hoch.
Now's our chance.
Go!
So, sind wir echt nicht so stark.
I've got you. It's my turn.
My turn.
My turn. You still have a lot of training to do.
Ja gut, und vielleicht hat jeder noch eine Menge Training zu tun. This must be the farm that put out that monster extermination request. Should we go inside and ask for more details? Yeah, we might as well. Slightly better than just wandering around blindly till we find the thing. Agreed. We're here, so now is as good a time as any to introduce ourselves and ingratiate ourselves to the locals, I guess? I guess.
Wow, this farmhouse is huge.
Oh, look at the cows.
Ja, ich hab Spaß mit den Kühen. Ich hab Spaß mit den Hühnern. Warum halten die nicht Bacon? Steht da irgendwie ein Name? Oh, schade, es steht einfach Chicken und nicht Bacon. What brings you here? If you're looking for my granddad, he's inside. The cows stink, harvesting the crop is exhausting. Farm work is just the worst. Why did I have to be born into a family like this? Farm work just the worst. Ansichtssache, ne? What brings you here? If you're looking for my granddad, he's inside. Aber dein Granddad, du bist... Ah ne, du siehst doch ein bisschen jünger, als ich gerade dachte. Ich dachte schon, what the fuck. Er sah erst im ersten Blick nur um die 40 aus. Das passt nicht ganz. There's a really scary monster that shows up near the highway. I can hear it in the middle of the night too. Now I'm too scared to sleep by myself at night. Das ist, ja gut. The fruit we produce is both deliciously fresh and healthy. You can even make whole juice out of it and it'll still be just as good for you. Here, have this recipe on how to do it. Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Das Rezept, genau, das Rezept, was ich noch nicht hatte hier. Hello, would you happen to be Cyro? We're here to take care of a monster that's causing issues here. As such, we'd like some further details on it. Oh, you are the man you're looking for then. While I did know that it would be students taking care of it, I wasn't aware that you had young ladies in your company. The rest of you are younger than I had expected to. Perhaps this week was maybe too generous for you after all. Thank you for your concern. However, there's no need to worry. All of us here have combat experience already. Indeed, this all serves as part of my training too, so please allow us to undertake the request. Well, if you insist. You'll come across a plateau of swords if you proceed beyond here. That's where the monster tends to appear. It truly is a ferocious one, so much so that passing by the area is impossible as it attacks everything it sees. Do take extra care when approaching it. Right. Being careless with this one doesn't seem like an option. We'll have to be thoroughly prepared for it. Allow us to make our way there once our preparations are complete then. Yeah, let's give this everything we've got. Okay, er sagt nichts Neues. Gehen wir jetzt hier hinunter. Da müssen wir nämlich weiter. Nicht nur weil ich das... Ich habe einen Battlescope bekommen. Ole, 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 ole. Das ist ein Zug. Tjauerbahn. Da fährt ein Zug.
The Transcontinental Railroad, huh? Guess that'll take you out of the country.
Yeah, if you keep on heading east, you'd eventually reach Gorelia Fortress.
Das ist korrekt. Und danach Bagard Gate und dann Crossfield City, danach Tangram Gate und wenn du noch weiterfährst, kommst du nach Altair. Und vermutlich bis zum Eastern Quarter hätte ich jetzt mal geschätzt. Wenn Transcontinental ist. Hätte einfach mal geschätzt, dass es wahrscheinlich bis zum Eastern Quarter führt.
I can do this. Go!
Also einmal hinten von Orbit bis zum Eastern Quarter.
That was great.
Wenn nicht sogar noch weiter, aber wir wissen ja nicht, was östlich von Calvert ist. Das ist alles noch ausgeschwärzt auf der Map immer.
Not bad.
First Cleaver, endlich. Hat hier auch mal eine AoE-Attack. Hier braucht man gar nicht weitergehen, hier kommt man nicht weiter. HP 1, nice. Hier geht Richtung Gorelia. Tatsächlich. Hier würde es theoretisch Richtung Gorelia Fortress gehen.
Now's our chance. We can do this. Go.
Right.
Zack und zack.
Of course. We should keep going.
Okay. Reviving Bomb. So.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Oh Gott, sind das viele.
Right.
Nee. Oh, Golden 4. Blue Lullaby.
Right.
Du kannst auch mal hier den Earthcleaver machen.
Here we go.
Da lebt noch einer.
Let's keep moving.
Das war easy. Hier noch eine Kiste.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Earthland. Damit sollten wir das alles haben. Alles hier auf der Map haben. Ja, und hier oben ist dann das Questmonster. Was kommt eigentlich danach? Ach ja, okay. Da war er aber. Is that the monster we're looking for? It certainly seems to be. It looks pretty tough. What should we do? We don't really have any choice, do we? We have to kill it. It's causing problems for the farmer. Everyone, double check your equipment. We need to be prepared for whatever this thing might throw at us. Understood. Right. Geheilt, ja.
Be careful, this one looks strong.
Hätte auch übrigens nicht gebracht, wenn man da irgendwie von hinten an das Ding ran. Oh.
Right.
Ich glaube, da will ich Battlescope nutzen und werde nicht warten, bis Elliot dran ist. Elliot, mach mal bitte Resounding Beat.
Give it up, everyone.
My turn.
Ich sag, wir können eigentlich gleich mal ein S-Craft mit Lore machen, wenn es auf 200 ist.
It's my turn.
Ah, Wien ist wieder wach, das ist gut. Ah, Blast Arrow. Schaffe ich es Lord? Schaffe ich auch Lore und noch jemand zu treffen? Nee. Dann machen wir Flammenberge.
Right.
Hat richtig was gebracht.
Off guard.
I'll pick you up.
Here we go.
Craft Autumn Leaf Cutter.
My turn.
Oh, auf jeden Fall Wasser nutzen. Okay, Aqua Ability. Ja, hat guten Schaden gemacht. Oh je. Was macht jetzt so hier? Blast Arrow. Ich will, dass Laura das bekommt. Es fehlt nur 2, aber ich will jetzt, dass sie im nächsten Zug das irgendwas machen kann.
You have my thanks. Of course.
Zwar den guten alten Radiant Dance.
Behold,
Der erste
my most
Deathcraft
powerful strike.
im Projekt. Wir werden gegen Ende sehr auch häufig in F-Craft sehen. Wenn dann die richtig harten Gegner kommen, wo dann erstmal schön richtig F-Craft gespammt wird. Immer und immer wieder.
Now's our chance.
I've got you.
Right.
Aquabi, der kann ja leider noch nichts Besseres. Wäre schön, aber
Right.
leider ist dem nicht so.
Let's go.
Wir golden
My turn.
Ziel. Normaler Angriff.
My turn.
Bist du schnell genug? Ah, nee, dann versuchen wir mit Blue Lullaby. Perfekt.
All right, let's keep going.
Waren Level-Ups. Für Elliot und Wien.
Great.
All right.
Sehr nice. That, take care of that. I don't know how we did it, but we won. It would have been even tougher if not for the power of our combat link. I hate to admit it, but Arcus does seem to have a lot of potential. You hate to admit it? Why? Never mind that. We should go tell the people of the farm that we took care of the monster they reported. Oh, yeah. I hope they're pleased. Is something wrong, Laura? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Okay. Laura ist da irgendetwas nicht so ganz geheuer. Was könnte es nur sein? Was könnte es nur sein? Ich weiß nicht. Jetzt aber jetzt nicht sagen. Logischerweise. So. Ah, steht hier so. Oh, I assume you've taken care of that monster? Oh, that's correct. Thank goodness. Thank you so much now. We can finally begin harvesting again. I'll have to let the family know right away. You're welcome. I found myself surprised at how close this area is to Celtic, however. Wouldn't it have been much quicker to make a request to the provincial army instead? Well, it is admittedly close, but this area in Celtic as a whole really is on the very outskirts of the Kreuzen province. As such, the provincial army isn't very interested in aiding us. Oh. Yeah, but not too hard to believe considering their attitude earlier. That certainly doesn't sit well with me. I probably shouldn't say any more on the matter. However, I do still owe you all your reward for this. Please take these. That's really generous. Can we really have this much? Why, of course, we've got enough to last us here. This is. After all your help with the leads that I can do, I hope you enjoy them. These are great, thank you. You don't get much fresher than this. I'm looking forward to digging in. I'm rather envious that you have the opportunity to eat such delicious food every day. That's one of the benefits of being a farmer. Unfortunately, though, it's not all good. Things have been getting tougher lately, seeing as how goods are being imported so cheaply nowadays. I wasn't aware of that. Importing's become a much easier task now thanks to transcontinental railroad and international flights. Furthermore, more and more goods can now be legally imported as a result of a rising population. Come to think of it, I have noticed an increase in cheaper ingredients lately. Oh, my apologies, I shouldn't be wasting your time with all this. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Now can move on to harvesting without any worries. Allow us to thank you too. We actually learned a lot from doing this request. Feel free to get in touch should anything else come up. Jawohl. Guess that does it all for the mandatory task. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Same, I don't venture out onto the highways very often. The two of you sure seem okay though. Well, my hometown is in the countryside too, so I'm kind of used to this. And with overtraining Lordas, I imagine this is probably nothing for her. Indeed, I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to the inn now, should we not? Yeah, let's. Guessing Dr. Sarah is still here. There. We can give our report and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. That would definitely be good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. Alright then, let's head back to town. Okay. Laufen wir zurück zur Stadt, um mit Sarah zu sprechen. Da ist Kellig, die Tore zu Kellig, der Markt der Marktstadt. Don't give crap. For one, paid. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. These appear to be some manner of dispute occurring. I wonder what's up. Should we go take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for the spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it. So stop lying to me and vamoose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way? There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up this store. The young merchant over there is local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. Oh, so for Kelly that would be... Ah. This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? On hand me at once. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You both need to calm yourself. You've been worked into a rage. Ugh. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion and I thank you for not interfering. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? We're students from Thors Military Academy. We're currently visiting town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy. So they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What in ages' name is happening here? Oh, now look what you've done. Manager Otto. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expired at the same time too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concern, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customer. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I need to ask you both to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. So I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh? How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of Calder Grand Market. I have something to discuss with you. If you'd be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. So, you were responsible for choosing your assignments. Indeed, Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate the consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome task off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market. That's right, both of the permits are genuine, but the merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to a compromise where we would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stalls we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales numbers. That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. But true, it's the Lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Croatan province is ruled by Duke Barriere, one of the foremost powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly, and with a larger percentage of their profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such action can be. I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course, I've even gone to Barriere numerous times to petition the Duke personally. But they always just drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market? Or maybe they are deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions. But I will say that before this began, the soldiers of the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So, mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they tend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. We have no reason to concern you. You have no reason to concern yourself with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then. But right, I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Hier geht's raus. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial laws have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territory, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Barriere. The current head is Justus' dad, right? So, couldn't we ask Justus for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. Since the Barrieres represent one of the four great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the four great houses. Guess that's all then. I see you're busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? The town of Palm is a considerable distance from here. No, you let me worry about that. You're perfectly capable of looking after yourself anyway, right? Put your head together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. Yeah, Sarah. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Can't she read minds or something? Das Interessante ist eher, dass sie... Warum weiß sie, dass Gruppe B nichts hinbekommen? Das heißt, sie wird da irgendjemanden haben, der ihr Bescheid sagt, oder? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. Und das ist dann auch die Stelle, wo ich dann den Part, beziehungsweise ja doch den Part und auch die kleinere zweite Session für heute beende. Wenn euch der Part gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da. Abonniert den Kanal, um nichts mehr zu verpassen. Schaut die Videobeschreibung für den Link zu meinem Twitch-Kanal, wo das hier live gestreamt wurde. Schaut da gerne vorbei, alles da drin abgespeichert. Wenn das hier auf YouTube ist, ist wahrscheinlich der Projekt auf Twitch auch schon durch. Also, falls das hier gerade aktuell auf Twitch auf YouTube gekommen ist, schaut auf Twitch vorbei. Dort sind alle weiteren Parts des Projektes und wahrscheinlich auch schon von Cold Steel 2 und 3 abgespeichert. Schaut da gerne vorbei und dann würde ich sagen, nimmt beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.